I just want to bring you a statement that's just come in from Liverpool Football Club, in which they say, "We are in direct contact with Merseyside Police regarding the incident on Water Street, which happened toward the end of the trophy parade earlier this evening. Our thoughts and prayers are with those who have been affected by this serious incident. We will continue to offer our full support to the emergency services and local authorities who are dealing with this incident." Well, on set with me still now is Rob Harris, our sports correspondent, who's obviously been following this story. And it's been a very busy day for you up until this incident occurred. Now attention's turning away from the sport and exactly what has happened.
Yes, this is a day of parades across the country. I've been at the ones in London, extensive policing operations, just a reminder of just how significant events that these are, and significant in the city of Liverpool, a day of celebration, winning the Premier League title, turning into one of distress, very concerning scenes we're witnessing from the streets of Liverpool. And obviously we are being cautious. What we are showing you is those images are spreading extensively on social media, and the fact police are saying not to speculate on the circumstances. And we have also been hearing from the Shadow Home Secretary, Chris Philp, who has talked about it being an appalling incident and referencing the footage and saying the public deserve to know the full facts as quickly as possible. Well, Merseyside Police have put out some details quite early on now to confirm that the man arrested is a 53-year-old white British man from the Liverpool area, asking people to submit footage that they do have, not to share it on social media because it is so distressing. And we have been hearing from eyewitnesses about the screams, the panic on that street very close to the Liver building by the water, for those who are familiar with Liverpool, and those who are describing this car, which was going towards the pedestrians in the area. Then the police were trying to block the scene as people started rushing to try to break into the car. And now we do know that the individual has been arrested. And witnessing the scene, the number of Liverpool flags and scarves is just a reminder how this was such a day of celebration across the city. The fact the parade started at 2 p.m, this incident happening at about 6 p.m. Hours this parade was going on for, not just around the Anfield area, but making its way all the way through into the city centre, a 10-mile parade. And there we see, just above the ambulances, a Liverpool flag by the lamppost, and so many hundreds of thousands we've seen on the streets today. The red haze from the flares just showing how important this day was to the people of Liverpool. And now we're just seeing some of the moments in the time after this incident as well, the very extensive policing operation that did arrive on the scene there, as we've seen Liverpool fans being led away, some being supported by the emergency services as they have been taken away from the scene, so many in their Liverpool paraphernalia. A parade that was made even more important to them because 5 years ago when Liverpool won the title, it was during the pandemic and they could have no parade like this. So the fact that they won the Premier League again showed that Liverpool as a people wanted to come out and party and celebrate this on a bank holiday as well. And there were significant policing operations in place across the parade through the city centre for this. The parade was finishing just a short period away from this, just further down the Strand there, beyond the arena, which is also by the Albert Dock as well. And there's the Titanic Hotel a bit further down. And now the whole area very much cordoned off as police are dealing with this as an ongoing incident. And the fact we've had statements from the Prime Minister talking about this being an appalling incident, showing that both him and Home Secretary Yvette Cooper are very much involved in assessing the situation and indeed to establish the full circumstances. With, as for those just joining us, we can remind them that a 53-year-old white British man from the Liverpool area has been arrested, and the police are still conducting what they say are extensive inquiries to establish the circumstances. And Liverpool themselves, on their day of celebration, talking about being in contact still with the authorities, with the police, saying at this stage that they're offering their full support to the emergency services and local authorities who are dealing with the incident. We also have heard from the council as well, who've talked about liaising with the police as well, and from the ambulance services saying their priority is to ensure people receive the medical help they need as quickly as possible.
And Rob, the timing is quite significant, because that would have been the time at which the crowd was in full swell, wouldn't it? Because it was coming towards the end of the parade.
Yes, the buses had been winding their way through Liverpool, starting about 2 p.m, this 10-mile route. And this was towards the end of this very extensive parade. The size of the fan base clear just by how many numbers of people there are on the streets. You just had to look at the Liverpool accommodation situation in the weeks building up to this parade. Places were full, hotels sold out, flights even into Liverpool from places like Dublin, where there's a significant Liverpool supporter base in Ireland, showing limited availability, very high prices. This is not just the people of Liverpool coming to this parade. Their fan base comes from far and wide who wants to be part of this. Images even from the train stations in places like Crewe this morning show them absolutely crowded, people coming in from many different parts of the country to be part of these celebrations. And the fact that they could have such an extensive route, very much the largest of the parades we've seen in recent days, mainly centred around London, shows just what a large fan base that they do have. And a lot of images are being shared around social media today. We are not bringing those to you, but the fact that police are reminding people to not speculate on the incident, to avoid sharing this distressing content, but to send it directly to the police. On this day that should have been about celebrations, celebrating the players winning the Premier League title, a title that was won about a month ago. They received the trophy at Anfield yesterday. So Liverpool, Merseyside Police have had a lot of time to prepare for this parade, given the fact the title was sealed a month ago. And, there'd been quite extensive briefings that had been taking place last week with the media. So they were very well prepared for this parade, given the numbers of people expected on it. But for now, the scene there just showing how this day has turned into one of quite horrific scenes for those who've witnessed this car going into the very crowded street full of pedestrians.
Yeah, indeed. Rob, thank you very much for the moment.